I don't think I'm lame, but I'm friend zoned a lot. I think I get when somebody's being lame and they're turning somebody off. And that's not to say that I don't turn people on, but you know.
Anyway, we're recording. Okay. And three.
Okay,
I'm sick of
I
this
just
being
told a lot
my
in this
fucking
recording. Okay,
my fucking relationship therapy.
we'll
Anyway,
see if we keep that or not.
okay. And a 1, 2. Okay, wait.
You want
3,
me to start?
2.
Well, let me start this time.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, friends. I'm Jeff.
Hey, friends. I'm Ty.
And this is the O.
Wait, you see, not even doing it right. Do it again.
I was waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
This is the...
And this is the O Friend Podcast.
I'm doing it next time. Y'all, are we drunk already?
You messed it up. Not me.
Hey, friends. We back for another week or
Let me
whatever.
know if y'all like my intro, because I slayed that.
Anyway. Y'all, we are working. Actually, speaking of intro, we're working on our original intro music.
Oh, yeah.
For those that are sick of pressing play and hearing my voice. So, yeah, any producers out there that want to throw us some, little beats or whatever.
I don't know if you'll have any ideas, too.
Y'all
for
email
what
us.
Our intro music will sound like.
Yes, email us at ofriendpodcast@gmail.com. But like we said, this is the O Friend Podcast. We're going to dive right into our first segment of the show, and that is
our mental health check-in, where we rate how we're feeling from a 1 to 5. Okay. Do you want to start or should I?
Yeah, I can start.
Yes, please.
I'm a 4. I'm feeling amazing.
Yes.
Again, like the same thing that I said last week. I just been kind of like, just like getting up and getting dressed and putting on outfits, even though I have nowhere to go, just sitting in the living room, taking a walk around the block. The weather's been nice in New York the last couple days. So I'm feeling good. It's giving spring. I'm like feeling really good. So yeah, that's it. Nothing too long this week.
Yeah, I mean, same here. I would say I'm a 4 also. I've been feeling good. I've been feeling dandy. I've been also starting to read a couple like self-help stuff. So I've been trying to get into that too.
Love that.
I've just been fighting for the maintenance of my mental health. Also, I haven't really been speaking about this in the last couple of weeks. I know you guys haven't really heard me speak about like being in therapy and all of that good stuff. But that is to say that I did take a break from therapy. I really want to be able to speak truthfully with my mental health journey and my therapy journey and things like that. And sometimes it gets to be a lot when it comes to really being in therapy and really confronting things from your past and really working through that and really becoming a better person from that. It takes a lot of work and it's a lot of effort and pressure, and sometimes you might not be ready for it. So,
yeah, we talked about that therapy is so rewarding, but it's a lot of work, and that the unpacking and like what you do when you get off that couch or get off that Zoom and you like have to sit with all those emotions. So it isn't easy. And I know some people that go from like seeing a therapist every week to seeing a therapist every month.
Exactly. Or every other week or things like that.
Yeah.
So I took a couple weeks off. I will be seeing my therapist again this week and I'm super, super excited about it.
How long has it been?
It's definitely been close to 2 months.
Oh, okay. That's not
bad. Not super bad. It was a nice break, and it was a nice time for me to really apply the things that I've learned from the previous months from therapy and really apply it in my real life without having to feel the pressure of confronting something else from my past or really working through something else that I didn't realize that I was going on. And now that I'm really comfortable doing that, I'm actually really excited to go back to therapy. So next week I will update you guys with how that went.
Side note, now that you're in therapy, or since you've been in therapy, do you require your partner to be in therapy too?
I don't require my partner to be in therapy, but I do require my partner to be emotionally intelligent now. And it's kind of crazy how hard that is to find in a partner. It is. It's rare to find somebody who's emotionally intelligent and is single. Yeah.
I'm sorry, your eyebrows are slaying. Girl. I see the wax right there. Slaying. Okay, we're gonna move on. Jeff got his eyebrows done.
This was my first time I got my eyebrows touched.
Look good,
Let me know what y'all think, because I don't know yet.
See.
Well, if they watch the YouTube.
Oh yeah. All right. So you guys too can join our mental health check-in and rate yourselves of a 1 through 5. You can join the conversation right in the comments below. First, don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe. And then, join the conversation at Old Friend Podcast on all platforms, wherever you listen to podcasts, including the U to the Tubes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to dive into the messy portion of our show, because all friends dive into some mess. So we're going to get into our...
He said...
She said...
where we gossip like only two best friends can.
Is that your commercial?
Yes, girl. Get into how I promote stuff. Wink, wink. Ooh. Okay, so
Strong. I'm sorry.
The fuck?
Girl.
Okay, so
we are drinking bourbon.
Yeah, so don't mind us. If it's gonna be a little bit of a fun episode today. We're gonna have a little fun.
Side note, I drink bourbon straight. Like I'm a bourbon girl. I drink bourbon straight, but ooh, girl, my throat hurt after this sip. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not bothering me, not gonna lie. I don't know if that means I'm a little bit of a but yeah, so I did want to start with mess. I wanted to start with complete mess. Honestly, it's been a pretty messy week. So I just want to start with the messiest of the messiest. Let's start with Miss Jocelyne Hernandez. Okay, girl. So
do it like it's my B-Day.
I don't even know where to begin. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, so as we know, Jocelyne Hernandez is the star of Love and Hip Hop, former star. But she went over to Zeus, and she has her own TV show on Zeus called Jocelyne's Cabaret. And it's basically, and if you guys have not seen it, it's basically about Jocelyne pretending to be building a cabaret show in different states, and she gathers a bunch of strippers in order to make them a part of her cabaret, but it's basically just her bullying them throughout the entire show. That's it, really. Her bullying them, maybe them dragging each other and fighting and arguing, and in the end, I guess they become dancers for her cabaret. But from what I hear, her cabaret is just basically her singing "Do It Like It's my B-Day" and them dancing in the background, doing stripper moves. So, anyways.
For research purposes, I watched a season or 2.
You did?
Or 3.
What did you think, girl?
Wait, okay.
Because I never watched a season. I watched a lot of the clips, and the clips, I'm not gonna lie, are a key.
I only watched it for research purposes, and I didn't get to the third season. I believe she has 3 seasons. So it started in Miami, Atlanta, and then Vegas, and that's the one with all the mess right now.
Oh, look at the eyeshadow today, girl. What is this?
I'm about to start YouTube.
I usually don't see the color, sis.
I could do a little color now. I do my own makeup now or whatever. Okay.
This is going to be a very ADD episode, guys. Don't mind us.
YouTube channel, makeup tutorial coming out soon, girls. I got you. No, but no, so for research purposes, let me just keep saying that. I did watch Jocelyne's Cabaret for Miami and Atlanta. Honestly, I told y'all before, Zeus should be illegal.
You did say that.
It's just a hot mess. But I will say that there was one episode, I think it's episode 2 of season 2, and I guess Atlanta would be it. And the girls, I guess it was like some real pimp shit. But the girls like performed, I guess, in front of her and her man, which we'll get there as to why he's even there. And they actually these girls were really talented.
Oh, they were?
They were like really talented on the
I mean,
pole.
a lot of strippers are very talented.
Yeah, but
I always wanted to go to a strip club.
Not all of them are strippers. Some of them were
Throw some
adult
dollar
entertainers, porn stars.
Oh, really?
So they weren't all strippers, but they were like just that one episode, y'all. I'm not gonna say the whole show, but that one episode. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. So basically, they had their reunion, and a cast member was allegedly brutally attacked by both Jocelyne and her man Ballistic. So a cast member named Amber recently went live and basically accused Jocelyne of attacking her along with Ballistic. She said, "Yes, I'm in the hospital because Jocelyne kicked me and Ballistic attacked me. But I only came to the hospital because my ribs are very bruised because Jocelyne had some big ass boots on and she kicked me. My ribs look like this." And then she lifted her shirt and showed her bruises.
This is not funny. It's just the way that she just said she had on some big ass boots. Now,
girl, they are a key the way they be typing. I can't wait to read what Jocelyne
Y'all
responded.
just give funny details, but it's not funny.
And then she said, "So I have to make sure my ribs aren't broken or bruised. Other than that, shit, I'm good. Ballistic just ripped my hair off my head. He ripped my real hair out. We gonna handle this in court." So my girl Amber is handling this in court. So after she said this, a lot of fans were shocked. They know that Jocelyne do be fighting, but usually she does not put people in the hospital. And then the added on note of her man fighting women is what made the fans very shocked.
Well,
so Jocelyne had to respond.
The way that you were saying that,
Jocelyne had to respond.
Me.
She had to respond to these allegations, and this is what she said: "I Mortal Kombat 1." I Mortal Kombat 1 hoe, pimp slapped another one, pushed one into last night's episode, kicked down a few on the ground.
Right now.
I slapped fire out of everyone on stage. Me and my crew. Wait for it.
Now, I'm sorry.
Do you want to hear what else she said?
Not really. I think we could just get to the point.
Real quick, she said, "Keep crying from your hospital bed with your broken ribs. One kick, you flew into next day. Rotten mouth asshole."
Yo.
And for you dumb bees, when you signed up for a show. Okay, that's it. Because she went on.
Okay, now, I'm not surprised. This doesn't make it right, but I'm not surprised because Jocelyne been fighting y'all on TV since she debuted on TV. I blame whoever gave Jocelyne a platform without rules, regulations, consequences.
One more. She said, "Y'all hoes stay out my D and go get you some money." "Mind you, all you hoes forever my hoes. You work for me until you die." Hashtag Jocelyne Cabaret Las Vegas. I ain't never gonna stop.
Yep, that's very empowering. That is very empowering. Go off, sis. Empowering women. That is amazing.
So,
all of them hoes, tell them they gonna work for you till they die. You know what? I wonder if it's like a pimp complex, like doing to others what Stevie J did to you.
So, Zeus, so the fans were kind of shocked by this because this woman is literally in the hospital and Jocelyne is basically bragging about knocking her into the next episode. Basically bragging about this on Twitter. So the Zeus came out with a statement saying they will be investigating this and we're going to see what happens with that. Amber also joined up with some lawyers.
As she should.
A law firm. I forgot the name. She added them in the Instagram. She's going to be filing a lawsuit. She's going to be suing everybody. And so Jocelyne and Ballistic released a statement.
They did not release a statement.
Yes, they released a statement.
Someone released a statement on their behalf.
A little bit of the statement?
Just a tiny bit.
Just a tiny bit.
So we could see what it's like when people don't keep that same energy. Because remember over here, she was Mortal Kombat, that whole, all this. And now the tail is between those legs, honey. Go ahead.
So she said, "We are deeply saddened by the accusations made against our family at Jocelyne's cabaret reunion. We would like our fans for their continued support. Jocelyne is a mother of a 5-year-old girl and could never take any action to jeopardize her family. Jocelyne's cabaret was created on the foundation of female empowerment." I'm sorry. "One of our program's core values is supporting women, not breaking them down."
Okay, is that it? Because I'm done. I'm so sick of people getting a bunch of girls together and then calling it women empowerment. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I told y'all before, I thought that Zeus should have been illegal because it's not just Jocelyne's cabaret. It is every show on Zeus that fights, degrades, demeans, is like, it's just absolutely insane. And I blame us for watching it. I blame us for hyping it up. Jocelyne is the monster that reality TV has created, and the monster that us as viewers have created. I think that Zeus gave not just Jocelyne, but everyone a platform to run amok, to talk to people crazy, to be a producer. Everybody on Zeus is a producer, right? It's like at this point, being an EP means nothing because you got people being EPs on Zeus running amok, right? So, and to be honest, like I said, I didn't even get to that season, and there were fights every episode on every season. So we have to hold the women accountable that sign up to do that show. You've seen season 1, you see season 2, you know you're going to be on there fighting. So honestly, it's not right, but this is what I want to talk about. Why in the hot fudge, I'm trying not to curse anymore, is Ballistic there? Why is this man...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Why is this man not only filming in episodes with these women, but also sitting down at a reunion where women are going to hash out different things that they're talking about, get heated, all of that? Why, sir, are you there? And why did you feel so comfortable that you can not only raise your voice or curse out, because I've seen in other reunions on the season in Atlanta, he was cursing a girl out, telling her shut the F up and all this stuff, super aggressive. There's no other men on the stage. He's the only man on the stage. And why did security allow him to get contact with these girls? Why wasn't he kicked off the stage as soon as he showed aggression? Why is he
my
there?
lip chap? I'm sorry.
Why is he there? Why is he there? I need you to get yourself together.
Shout out to Lip Chap. Y'all don't know about Lip Chap unless y'all watch Flavor of Love.
That was very rude. I need you to get yourself together. Why is he there? Like, why these girls? I'm sorry. If y'all have brothers, fathers, boyfriends, like, Ballistic needs to be handled, because why is he there? And Jocelyne don't need no help defending herself. She's shown us that she knows how to do that. He shouldn't have been on that stage. And if you are on the stage, be on the stage for like a quick minute, share some thoughts on whatever scene you were in, and then get off the stage. It's giving Stevie J Part 2 for me.
I can definitely see that. I do have two things when it comes to this whole situation. I think that Jocelyne, I do think that I think she had an opportunity with this show to really do what that press release said she could have done. I really think she could have lifted these women up. I really think she could have helped them become more financially stable, become their own bosses, actually create a great cabaret show, and actually elevate from who she was and who she was seen as Love and Hip Hop, and instead be seen as a producer, creator of a reality show that has helped a lot of women who may have had a troubled past or who may really need it. But instead, she chose to bully them, to degrade them, to boss them around, to treat them like they are her hoes, in her own words.
Literally.
And that truly is the disappointing part in all of this to me.
I feel like Jocelyne hasn't. One thing about Jocelyne is that she hasn't switched up. This is the same loud, you could catch these hands, funny character that we all have enjoyed, whether you are a fan of Jocelyne or not. You can remember a line, a punchline from her, whatever. She's a beautiful girl, whether y'all want to admit it or not, but the look she's been given lately, especially on that show, is everything. But this is nothing new. So it's I feel like Zeus and the head of Zeus is to blame. Jocelyne has to take accountability. We know that. We've been there before. We wanted Jocelyne to take accountability when she beat everybody up on that one reunion on Love and Hip Hop. She went off, okay? Should have got help then. But at this point, it's like we already know the case with Jocelyne. Like I said, they were fighting on other seasons. Like, these girls watch the show. They know what they're signing up for. It's like the Bad Girls Club, right? Like, they know what they're signing up for. It's ballistic. Jocelyne's a hot mess, but it's ballistic. Why are you there? It's giving me pimp vibes, and no me gusta.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to support Zeus because it's black owned, ran by a black man, but sir, it's like there's a reason why, certain shows are, you can't curse or you can't fight on Love and Hip Hop. If you got into a fight, you didn't get paid, right? It's like there's a reason, because now you're going to end up in these lawsuits and this can take everything away.
Yeah.
You're degrading women, black women at that. Like, it's enough is enough. And I'm saying that because it's every show on Zeus that is like this. It just so happens that Jocelyne's Cabaret is what's getting all the heat. But it's every show on Zeus, including the new show that we could talk about because all the clips is on the Shade Room, Bad Boys for Life, or whatever it's called. What is that?
I think it's called Bad Boys LA. Either way,
wasn't it just hitting somebody with a chair?
I'm not going to sit here and BS, y'all. I really am not. Zeus is...
You watching it?
Zeus is a mess. It's the fighting is crazy, very violent. I can't believe how they are degrading our people like this. But when I tell you I spent that $5.99 and I paid to watch that Bad Boys Club LA, and not only did I get my life,
I blame us. We're the reason
I
was
glued to the screen. Every single second of that show gave me a bit of life that I have not felt since watching Flavor of Love.
Human beings, it's like we love when people fall or fight. Think about like Daytime. Remember those like whatever show it was that like you can like the whole show was based on like home videos of people like hurting themselves or doing
America's
dumb
Funniest
shit.
Home Videos?
Yeah, it's like human beings. We love to see people fall or fight, like hurt themselves or be in a fight.
I think it makes us feel better about our lives.
Oh my God.
That we aren't embarrassing ourselves like that.
Let's debunk this toxicity.
But I will say this. I don't like Bad Boys Club because of the fighting. I think the fighting is a bit much. I think they being bloody. I think where the money reside boy is doing too much. And I had no idea that he was only 23 and is acting like this. You don't know where the money reside boy?
Is that a name?
You know, where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside. Yes.
No.
You don't know I'm delivered?
No.
I'm delivered? He was delivered?
Andrew
Caldwell?
Oh, well, yeah, I know that.
He's in it too. Yes, girl. Anyway.
I just seen a video of celebrity hairstylist Jonathan Wright being hitting somebody's brother in the head with a chair on Zeus Network.
They be fighting on that show. I was gagging, but I was glued to the screen. Listen, we have to.
Says the person that every time we on this show, I'm very nonviolent. I'm
I am
nonviolent.
extremely nonviolent.
Oh,
I don't
girl,
like any type of
save
fighting.
me
I think fighting is not the answer. And I really don't like watching it much.
The nerve.
But Bad Boys Club does give me something. It gives me what I need. I don't think it's called Bad Boys Club. I think it's called Bad Boys. It does give me what I need.
It might as well be called Bad Boys Club.
Listen, I think the CEO, amazing black man. I think he's created something that's extremely successful. And I don't want to lie to you. I think he's fine as hell. Shout out to the CEO.
Okay. Yo. You might as well you be just taking your drawers off every episode. Every episode you just open. Just hello, I'm single.
I'm just saying hi
every
to the
episode.
CEO.
You better shameless plug. You better go ahead.
It's fine.
Listen, we all like the mess. We all like a good reality show fight. We all like it. But when does it become enough? And if are we hypocrites for liking it and giving it that the ratings for them to continue to keep it coming, but then, oh my gosh, protect black women, protect black men. It's like we gotta pick a side.
I mean, but this is how I see it in some ways. It's also, this is a black-owned company, and yes, they are bringing down our people, but I think a lot of networks start out with something to build their networks up, and then they create other shows on top of that would actually be the flagships of those networks.
Don't build it on black girls' ribs. I'm sorry. That was
listen, girl. I
mean 100%.
That.
It was just
and you know, even Bad Boys, it's mostly black gays, so it's like they're also building it on top of that now too. So it's also when you think about that too. But I will say, I know they are trying with other shows. So I know they have a show with, what's her name from Basketball Wives? Drea. They have a show with Drea, and I think that one's a little bit more positive. I think they are really going to also try to have more positive shows. So I'm not going to count Zeus out yet. I'm not going to throw her out the window. Anyways, there's still
These
like 10 more episodes of Bad Boys to watch, so that's why also.
These lawsuits might count Zeus out. But anyway, what y'all think? You could join the conversation. O Friend Podcast everywhere. What else are we talking about?
I did want to talk. I did want to like stop and talk music real quick. I just want to shout out to my girl Normani. She came out with a new song called Fair, and it's very, very. I think it's finally a sound that she is comfortable with and that she has found in herself. And I do want to talk about her for a little bit and talk about what she's actually been through when it comes to releasing music. Motivation was her first single, and that came out in 2019. And she still has not come out with an album. And since then, she came out with one other song called Wild Side, which we all know that apparently did not sample Aaliyah and was not inspired by Aaliyah, but sounded a lot like it was. But that's what she said. And a lot of her fans have really almost abandoned her, I would say, because they were tired of waiting for her to come out with music. So she finally did an interview with Zane Lowe after she released this single, and she basically talked about how she had a lot of self-worth issues coming from Fifth Harmony and feeling like she wasn't the one that was supposed to be the big star. She was really uncomfortable with finding her sound because she started out in a girl band and they gave her music for her. And I think she's finally learned her sound. So the album is finished. I'm really excited for her. I just really want to shout her out. And I think it's going to be a beautiful time right now in music for Black women. Chloe, as you know from Chloe and Halle, the future queen has announced that she has finished her album. It's 100% done. So that's coming. We also have a song this weekend from SZA, Cardi B, and Summer Walker, the No Love remix. I think it's going to be a beautiful time for Black women in music, and I'm really excited about that.
It's always a great time for Black women in music. We always slay. It's always an era, always a summer where Black women are slaying these streets.
I agree.
Amazing.
But I know you're not a fan of Normani, but
it's not that I'm not a fan of Normani. I don't know much. Like you said, she doesn't have an album out. She has like 2-3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm not a fan. I think she's a beautiful girl,
Mm-hmm.
a great voice. It's just not much to.
Yeah, she hasn't given us much music. No shade.
Yeah.
But I will say,
what is there to be I would be a fan of her Instagram?
She doesn't even post on
supposed to
Instagram
do?
much
Like,
either.
yeah.
She doesn't really share much with her fans too, so that sucks also.
She's a new artist.
She's not technically a new artist because she's been in Fifth
She's a
Harmony
new
since she was
solo
a teen.
artist. She's a new solo artist.
But we can say the same about Chloe.
Not everybody has Beyonce backing them.
Also, not everybody had the freedom that they had when they were teenagers in order to release music and do what they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Beyonce. You've done it again.
All right. I know we don't talk about... sorry, was that it?
No, go ahead. I'm done.
I know we don't...
Where you going with this?
I'm just so... Oh, God. I'm not talking about Kanye West.
Oh, girl.
However...
Oh my gosh, girl.
I just think it's kind of funny that he has the audacity to call someone else a coon when he kind of took the cake
Wore the red
during
hat.
Orange Cheeto.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Wore the red hat, voted for the red hat, supported the supporters of the red hat.
Said slavery was a choice.
Mm-hmm. Until he became a billionaire.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he also did you know that he only ran for president, and I guess the money was backed or something. He gave the money to Donald Trump, or
really,
or was doing it
I hope that's not true.
As support with him to like get him more.
I mean, it was also a way
votes.
because statistically, most voters that would have voted for Kanye West would have voted for Joe Biden. So that was also a way to divert the votes from
exactly
the Democratic ticket.
It's just we're not going to talk about him, like who cares, but it's just like kind of you at all people shouldn't be calling anybody a coon. But
yeah, I agree. Do you think that he should be removed from performing at the Grammys since we're talking
about it? Okay, so like I said before, I mean, I don't know why we're still bowing down to these whitewashed award shows. It's like we need to just pick a side. And I know that I think Jay Prince is calling for
a
everyone
performance
to
of like all of these people,
for everybody to boycott or something like that. I think he said. I don't know. I don't think that we talked about cancel culture before. I think that Trevor Noah said it best. We said counsel Kanye, not cancel Kanye. So yeah, I mean, I don't care either way. I think that this is. It is funny though, how quiet he's been since then. Because daddy's gotten spanking. So now, you know what I mean? It's like you to call someone a coon, but yet the only thing that got you quiet was the white man touching those pockets. So stop it. Like, I don't know. I have such a love-hate relationship for Kanye.
You're dragging him.
We can move on.
No, but I will say this about the whole Grammys thing. I think that he should perform. And that's, but not because, okay, let me start over. I think that he should perform if it is about this whole thing with the Trevor Noah situation. But I honestly don't think the Grammy should have him on that stage because nobody has bought a $200 STEM player to listen to Donda 2. So nobody heard Donda 2. Stop promoting something where we have to spend $200 just to listen to the damn album. Goodbye with that mess. That's why you're not performing at the Grammys.
That Kim.
I want to listen to Donda too.
Them Kimye checks stopped coming in, so he got to find other sources of money. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next segment. Hello.
That got me very upset. But yes, let's move on.
All right, y'all, we're moving on to our friendship segment where we dive deep in all things friendship and talk about some juicy friendship topics. This week we gonna keep the topic on violence. We want to know: have you ever had to cut off a friend because they fight too much?
Oh,
This was, of course, inspired by that viral clip
Mhm.
of Keisha Cole explaining why she is no longer friends with Eve.
Mhm.
Basically, a girl, I guess, grabbed Eve's
Mhm.
something, whatever, and Keisha just smacked her
Mhm.
in defense of
It
Eve.
was either an aggressive fan or somebody,
Yeah.
and she grabbed Eve, and Keisha said, "Not my friend," and
Smacked fire at
either
her.
threw a punch at her or
Mhm.
smacked her or something.
That's what
and
she
Eve said, "No, ma'am,
we
I
are
don't be
not
fighting
in the
over
ghetto
here."
no more. We are not. No. Okay. So
I'm going back to my man Maximilian in UK.
yeah. So she said that that Eve still hasn't talked to her since then. So we
Mhm.
want to know, or I want to know from you, Jeff.
Mhm.
Would you have done the same thing?
I laughed when you said this because I actually have experienced this.
Ooh, do tell.
I actually
Story
have experienced
time.
this. Okay, let's I don't normally do stories. I don't know if it's the liquor, but I guess I'll tell a quick little story. I'm not great with telling stories, so it might be a little
Okay.
bit jumbled. But there was this guy that I knew. and we would hang out a lot. We would hang out a lot one-on-one though. Girl, get it together.
Go ahead.
Okay, we would hang out together one-on-one though a lot. But soon, as you start hanging out with somebody and getting to know them, you start involving each other's friends groups and you start going out together and stuff like that. The first time I met his friend and they got in a huge argument where they almost got a little violent with each other. I had to break it up. But you know what? I just chalked it up to two friends arguing. I let it rock.
Mm-hmm.
The second time was when I was at a party. Okay, so I was at a party and I was bored. So I was texting that friend and I was like, "Hey, why don't you come over? We can hang out and stuff like that."
Okay.
So he came over. I introduced him to a couple people. I went back to the party, went to go mix and mingle.
Okay.
About 20 minutes later, I hear a bunch of screaming and shouting and yelling.
After you invited him to the party?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is my friend and another person at the party arguing face to face, about to fight, yelling at each other. And I did not know what to do because at the end of the day, I invited this person. So I'm at the end of the day responsible for this person. And I knew the party person's, and I knew the party's host. And it was at his residence. So that was also like, so embarrassing.
Yeah.
So I tried my hardest to break it up. They ended up getting physical with each other. I had to break them up.
Not breaking them up.
I had to drag him out of the residence. And we ended up
how embarrassing.
How embarrassing, girl. And I even, because I'm somebody that really hates confrontation and I like to calm things down, I was even like, you know what, let's go home together. Like we even took a cab home together through that whole thing.
You ain't leave him?
No, I did not leave him. I did not leave him.
Girl, don't come to the party embarrassing me. Bye. I would have left.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, so how did it end?
Okay, so I was embarrassed. I didn't show my face at my friend's residence for at least 6 months.
Because the party was at your friend's house.
Yeah, so I didn't show my face for at least 6 months.
Was the friend upset with you?
Okay, I kind of avoided him. I didn't text him. I didn't hit him up.
Not you moving with your tail between your legs.
He had another party, and I was like, you know what? Let me go. So I went, and he was like, I didn't think I was ever gonna see you again after what happened that night. I know you were embarrassed. I said, yes, I did. So, yeah, that story is kind of legendary within some of my friend group.
Okay,
like even people I don't know, and they'll be like, "Oh, I remember that. I said, oh my gosh, you were there."
What happened to the friend that was fighting?
Okay, so after that, we calmed down, and you know what? I forgave him. So, this was, oh, wow.
Because you like the
I'm
mess.
gagging
That's
right
why
now. I'm
he watched
gagging.
Zeus.
So literally, oh my gosh, this was literally a week later. I went to his house and he almost got in a fight with somebody else at his place. And I said, you know what? Honestly, the last 3 times that we hung out, you've gotten into an argument or a fight. He said, no, I haven't. I said, yes, you have. And I named those 3 times. And I said, I just don't understand like what's going on with your anger. I tried to be really mature about the situation. And I said, okay, have a good night. And he said, okay, good night if I ever see you again.
Ooh.
And you know, I
He
never
was
saw
used
him.
to people.
I never saw him again.
He was used to people not talking to him because he was quick with the hands. Could he fight though?
No.
Don't be fighting and getting beat up. That's the part. Listen, that's the part. If you could fight and you just fighting all the time, it's like, all right, we gotta have a conversation, like calm down. But if you are starting arguments and then getting beat up,
it was a bit messy too, I'm not gonna lie, because when they were fighting at the party, he is like 6'4", and then the person he was fighting was like 5, like 5'5", bitch. And they were scrapping, and I was like, girl, this don't even look like it makes sense.
Okay, I haven't had a friend that fought a lot since I was like in middle school. Like we're grown, right? So I haven't had a friend that like was always out in these streets fighting. But I have had friends that always had a problem and always would like argue, right? So whether it was someone was looking at them or, you know, the waiter got the food wrong or it was just like she always picked a fight with everything and it just was like overwhelming. So I just do what I do best and ghosted that friend. But yeah, I think a friend that shows up to every fight is not a friend that I like. Like, people are gonna piss us off. There's gonna be opportunity, but like, you don't gotta pull up to every fight you're invited to. You know what I mean? Like, use your discernment. Not saying that we condone violence, but just like if it's an argument or a battle or something that you feel really confident over, you know what I mean? But in Keisha's case, she was defending a friend. So have you ever had a friend that went overboard defending you?
Yeah, actually, I remember I was hanging out with one of my friends, and he oh gosh, I can't believe I'm talking about this. Okay, so
do it.
Okay, so I was hanging out with somebody that I was dating. I was in I was seeing, and we were hanging out with his friend.
Okay.
And basically what happened was his friend started getting a little bit rude to me, a little bit disrespectful and rude to me. And the person I was seeing got very, very defensive over me, which is honestly, I'm not gonna lie, a bit of a turn on. But the way he did it was a little bit...
We love a protector.
I love a protector.
Ooh, Z.
Yes. Yes. But the way he did it was honestly a bit much. Like, he was like,
Was it like
what the
scary?
fuck's wrong with you? Listen, I'm gonna beat your ass. I said,
That was his voice? That was the
like,
voice?
wait, are you about to go fight this person? I was like, it's not like he was that disrespectful. I was like, calm down. So I was able, I know.
Man down, abort.
I know. So I calmed him down. His friend left, but honestly, it really did turn me off with the way he went from 0 to 100 so quickly. Even though it was in defense of me, I was like, is this how you are just as a person?
Yeah.
Or is this just because you feel like I needed that protection or whatever?
Yeah.
And it's also, for me, I don't need you to go so hard for me if I'm good.
Yeah.
If I need you, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But if I'm good, you don't have to go so hard defending me where it's
like,
gonna...
let me tag you in.
Yeah, where it's gonna get you injured, get someone else. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm not fighting.
Jeff said you got it.
I'm not fighting. I don't care.
He's taking
off
his shoes. You
Even
got
if you're fighting for me, I'll try to break y'all up. But if it gets to the point where it's getting too aggressive, I'm gonna be standing like this with my arms crossed. y'all get tired and wear each other out. Because at the end of the day, I'm not fighting. I don't believe in it. I think it's very wrong. And I don't think y'all should do it. Even if you're fighting for me. Sorry.
Jeff said, you got it.
Unless the person was being violent. Like if the person was being violent and they were defending me like from the violence, then yeah, I'll support you.
Then you're going to jump in. Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to fight them.
I know you don't fight by the way you just did Jeff's fist. I knew it. I was like, nope, that's not for you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for me, I don't play about my friends. I'm not out here fighting, right? But I don't play about my friends. And I like friends that don't play about me. But my friends know I don't like to be embarrassed. So
that's what it is for me.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't like to embarrass people. So I think my friends and I and anyone that's in my life, we have that understanding. However, I noticed that my male friends tend to do a bit much, and then it makes you think, you really want me? Like, why are you going so hard? You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know if it's like,
honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I have straight friends too, y'all, and I'm not gonna lie.
Excuse me.
I think it's just the energy. I think it's just the energy, honestly. Like, they'll do the same for me if they feel like I need, like, defending. Maybe because I don't give off the energy of a violent person. Yeah, maybe I think the male ego is like, let me defend them.
Yeah.
But also, they probably want you to.
Okay.
But I'm just saying a different perspective.
Okay, do you think, last question, and then we can wrap this up, but do you think that it calls for, do you think that someone defending you constantly in a physical way, do you think that it calls for ending that relationship?
Yes, but I would definitely fight for the relationship before just giving up. I would definitely try to talk to them and try to counsel them and try to have them work on their anger issues. But sometimes
That's too much work. I'm not your mama. That's too much work. I love you, friend.
When it's a friend, you fight for your friend. You'll know I fight. I'm a Scorpio. I fight for my relationship.
Just not in real fights. Friends have tears.
How dare you? How dare you, man?
Friends have tears, okay? Because you capping. Friends have tears. If you're my best friend, let's get you some help. You're my best friend. Oh my gosh. But if you're an acquaintance, like we said in like episode like 3 or 4, there are levels to friendship. So if you know that this friend has a hand problem, then that's not the friend. Right. Then that's not the friend that I'm taking to the black tie affair. Okay? Like, there's a friend for certain places, what have you. We all need that friend that's ready to go when we, you know. But
we all need a goon, though.
We all need a goon.
I'm not violent, and I got goons.
Come on.
I live in New York. Come on. We live in New York. We all got goons.
The goons is always with me.
We all got a TT at the corner that we can call. We all got that number of speed out when we mad. Listen. Hold on. I'm about to call TT and rock this whole shit up.
Okay, stop. No, I'm dying. I just feel like there's tears to friends. You know, whatever.
I agree 100%. But if it's my real friend, I will fight for it.
Just put your friends in those groups. All right. Well, that wraps up our friendship topic.
Let me know if y'all like my stories. I feel like they were a mess.
You're lit. Okay. No, but yeah, you too can join the conversation. And you can also send us topics or your friendship that's happening in your life. You can email us at ohfriendpodcast@gmail.com. That is ohfriendpodcast@gmail.com.
You spelled that so good, girl.
A period. And Oh Friend Podcast everywhere, all streaming platforms and social medias. All right, we got a couple minutes left, and we're gonna dive into our last segment of the episode, and that is in our city.
Where we talk about what's going on
in these New York streets. Do you have anything?
Oh, girl, I was like, oh, girl, I do not.
Oh, my God. Y'all, we still haven't gotten it together.
I'm so prepared.
We still haven't gotten it together. I just, you know what?
You have one?
I don't have anything, but what I will say is that it's giving spring. These last couple of days have been beautiful, and it just has me so excited about New York summer. There's nothing better than a summer in New York.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm just super, super excited. I think this summer's gonna be litty. Like I told y'all before, no fighting.
That's the name of this episode. No fighting is the name of this episode.
No
That's
fighting.
The theme of the episode.
I just need Wyclef John in the corner. No fighting.
Hey, y'all. Well, I hope if you guys have shots at home, some drinks, take a shot with us.
Take a shot with us. We're going to take a shot right now before we leave.
Are we really?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, come on. Ready?
Finish this shit.
Okay, come on.
Okay,
ready?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, go. Okay, guys, I'm Ty.
And I'm Jeff.
Bye. Oh, wait, and this is the Old Friend Podcast. Night.
Bye, guys.